Understanding your current policy. Before making the decision to switch life insurance providers, it is important to fully understand the details of your current policy. This includes the type of policy you have, a term or whole life, the coverage amount, and the premium payments. Also, you should look over any riders or extra coverage options that come with your policy, as they might not be available with a new provider. Evaluating your needs. If you are thinking about switching life insurance companies, it is important to think about what kind of coverage you need. This includes assessing your current financial situation and any changes in your family dynamic. For example, if you just had a baby or bought a new house, you may need to change the amount of coverage you have. Also, it's important to think about how your health might change because that can affect the cost and availability of coverage. Researching potential providers. Once you have a clear understanding of your current policy and coverage needs, it is time to begin researching potential new life insurance providers. This includes comparing coverage options, premium rates, and customer service ratings. Additionally, it is important to research the financial stability of the provider, as this can affect their ability to pay out a claim in the event of your death. It is also important to consider the type of policy offered by the provider. Some providers may offer term policies, while others may specialize in whole life policies. Some providers may also offer extra types of coverage, such as coverage for accidental death or long-term care. Making the switch. When you have found a new life insurance provider that meets your coverage needs and fits within your budget, it is time to make the switch. Usually, you have to cancel your current policy and fill out an application with the new provider. It's important to carefully look over and understand any fees you might have to pay to cancel your current policy and any waiting periods before your new provider's coverage starts. In conclusion, switching life insurance companies can be a complicated process, but it is important to reevaluate coverage needs and compare options to make sure that you and your loved ones are financially stable. The change can go as smoothly as possible if you do your research and think about the things in this article. It's also important to look at the penalties for canceling a policy early, as this can change how much the switch will cost altogether. It's also important to look at the penalties for canceling a policy early, as this can change how much the switch will cost altogether. Another important consideration is the timing of the switch. If you are nearing the end of your current policy term, it may be more cost-effective to wait until the term is up before making the switch. This can help avoid any penalties or fees associated with canceling a policy early. Finally, it's important to consider the impact of a change on your beneficiaries. It's important to review your beneficiaries and make sure they are updated and correct before making the switch. Changing life insurance companies can be hard, but it is important to reevaluate coverage needs and compare options to make sure that you and your loved ones are financially stable. You can make the switch as easy as possible by doing thorough research, figuring out what you need, and knowing how much it will cost. It's important to remember that changing life insurance providers is not a decision to be taken lightly, but with the right approach and research, you can find a policy that better meets your needs and provides peace of mind for you and your loved ones. How to choose the right life insurance provider. Choosing the right life insurance provider can be a challenging task, but there are a few key steps that can help make the process easier. First, it's important to understand your coverage needs and the type of policy that best meets those needs. If you are looking for coverage to protect your family in the event of your death, a term life insurance policy may be the best option. On the other hand, if you are looking for coverage that can also provide a savings or investment component, a whole life policy may be a better choice. Next, it's important to research potential providers and compare their coverage options, premium rates, and customer service ratings. It's also important to research the financial stability of the provider, as this can affect their ability to pay out a claim in the event of your death. Also, it's important to think about any extra coverage options or riders that the provider may offer. For example, some providers may offer accidental death coverage or long-term care coverage as add-ons to their policies. Finally, it's important to read the policy document carefully and understand the terms and conditions of the policy before making a decision.